Hey sis fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a little different video. This is going to be a lot different. So for the next 3 months I'm going to be doing something, and basically I'm about to explain what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going into my life, into an area that you have not been in before, that you heard me mention, but I've never really delved into it. There's a lot of stuff going on that I feel the need that I need to inform you so that you know. So if one day you wake up and this has happened, then you know it was coming, you're already prepared for it, and you know what's coming next. First of all, my channel is here to stay. I'm not about to delete it. I'm not about to get rid of it. I'm not going to let this defeat me. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not speaking it. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm saying if. So, basically, let me get into it. Okay, so my eyesight has been going down, and it's been going downhill for the past few months. Used to, I could do this, and I could literally see what was in front of me. Now, when I'm not wearing my glasses, my vision is extremely blurry, and this eye right here is struggling to be able to straighten it out to where I can actually see out of this eye. This eye has clearer vision than this eye, so I'm about to explain what's going on. Okay, so first of all, I have rosacea. I wanted to get into rosacea with you because I've mentioned it and a lot of people were like, what's that? And a lot of people were like, okay, but I want you to know the side of rosacea that you don't hear about, okay? I don't know if you know people that have rosacea or not, because there's a lot of people that don't even know what it is. I didn't know what it was when I first found out I had it, but after going through all the research that I went through, I pretty much learned what it was. Okay, so I have two forms of rosacea. I have regular rosacea, which is on the skin, and then I have ocular rosacea, which means it's in my eyes. So, a lot of people want to know what rosacea is. So I'm going to go and I'm going to show you what rosacea is. Okay, so the website that I'm using is a public website, so there's no copyright or anything like that. But I wanted to tell you exactly what rosacea was. For those of you who don't know, rosacea is a chronic but treatable condition that primarily affects the central face, and it is often characterized by flare-ups and remissions. Okay, so rosacea develops in your T-zone. If you wear makeup, you know what I'm saying. It develops in your T-zone. This is your T-zone right here. And it does not come out in here. It stays strictly on your cheeks, on your chin, on your nose, and right up here. And when it spreads to your eyes, it starts in the bottom and then it goes around up top. So that's basically what it is. It causes a lot. Whenever I first found out I have rosacea, I was just having little patches here and there. It wasn't as bad as it is now. It itches, it causes redness, it causes flare-ups. Whenever you have a flare-up, your skin literally feels like it's tightening, just like that. And in my case, whenever I have a flare-up, my skin breaks open and it literally starts bleeding. And it's not pretty, it's not fun, it burns, it hurts. It literally is something that I do not wish on my worst enemy, which I don't have any worst enemies, but if I did, This is not something I would wish on anybody. This is not something that you should ask for. This is not something that people ask for. This is something that people deal with for the rest of their life. This is not something that's cured. You literally have to live with rosacea every day for the rest of your life once you are diagnosed with it. In my case, I've had rosacea since I was 25 years old. It started in little spots on my face. I thought I was getting acne. I'd never had acne a day in my life. And then all of a sudden, when I turned 25, I started getting little spots. And I was like, okay, well, I need to go wash my face. I need to get a better cleanser. No, that's not what it was. It was an actual inflammation under the skin on my face that was causing the rosacea to start developing. Once it started developing, I started wearing makeup to cover it, thinking that was going to help, and not realizing makeup made it worse. Okay, then I was like, okay, well, it's not a big deal because acne is not a big deal, so then rosacea is not a big deal. It's just a form of acne. Rosacea is not a form of acne. Rosacea is an actual inflammation under the skin as a result. So basically, it says here that it starts as early as 30. I started at 25, so it hit me long before I was 30. The ones that are, it's not in this information, but I know this. The ones that are affected to develop rosacea are the ones that have pale white skin like me, like literally pale. There's no tan there. Also, if you have multiple children, this is how it affects the women. You have pale white skin because that's something that rosacea results from. And then you have multiple children, you have a hormone imbalance. Anything like that can flare up rosacea. It's not just in women, guys can get it too. And it's worse in guys because guys develop rhino nose. Rhino nose, let me pull my glasses off. Rhino nose is where your nose swells from in here, and the next thing you know, your nose gets this big. Like, it literally gets bigger by that much. If you ever want to look it up, just go on Google and type in rhino nose, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, rosacea causes a lot of stuff. If after you get off this video you want to do more in-depth research, feel free, go right ahead. There's rosacea.org. You can Google rosacea. You can Google ocular rosacea. There's also a rosacea that forms on your scalp. It looks like dandruff, but it's not dandruff. So, like I said, if you decide after this video that you want to go do your own research, then I don't blame you. You can go ahead and do the research because, y'all, I'm fixing to have to literally dive in myself. I'm going to have to do more research than what I've been doing because it's done spread to my eyes. I've got one right there, and then it's starting right in here, and it's already on my eyelids, so I know it's at the point where I have to be really careful. If it itches, I can't rub my eyes like this. You know how most people, they take it and they just rub the eyelid? I can't do that. If I do that, it's going to damage my cornea, and my cornea is where my vision comes from. If I do that, then I'm going to damage my cornea, and I don't want to damage my cornea because my vision's already going. I'm already where I have to strain to see without glasses, and even with these glasses, I still have to strain to see. I feel like something's on my face. Okay. Although rosacea can affect all segments of the population and all skin types, individuals with fair skin who tend to flush or blush easily are believed to be at greatest risk. The disorder has been more frequently diagnosed in women, but tends to be more severe in men. There is also evidence that rosacea may run in families and may especially be prevalent in people of Northern or Eastern European descent. So, in other words, I have Northern or Eastern European descent, heritage, because those from Northern and Eastern Europe are the ones that develop the rosacea. I don't understand that, but that's what this is telling me. So I'm still trying to understand this myself. What are the signs that I should look for in rosacea? I don't even have to read this, I can tell you. Okay, so the signs that you look for whenever you have rosacea are going to be red patches that show up on your face. It can show up right in here, and it even gets right here on your lips. Like, you can see the red patches all over my face right in here, and then it's right here, and then it's right up in here right next to my eyes, which it's done spread to my eyes, so that's why it's right there. It don't start out there. And then you've got it up in here, but on my forehead, it's not as bad as what it is on my nose and on my chin, or, my cheeks. So basically, that's one thing. You have to watch out for itching of skin. The difference between acne and rosacea is rosacea itches. So if you've ever seen me and you've seen me do this on video and you're like, why is she doing that? That's because the rosacea itches. And let me give you a little hint. Don't scratch with your fingernails. If you scratch with your fingernails, there's little bacteria that can form under your fingernails. And when you scratch with your nails, I'm not scratching with my nails, I'm scratching with my fingers. If you scratch with your nails, you can cause it to get worse because you can cause a bacteria to get in your face. All this is what the doctor told me. You will also have bumps and pimples. It's not acne pimples by no means, y'all. This is worse. A regular pimple is like this small, but a rosacea pimple literally raises off the face, and next thing you know, you have a whole swole spot where you've got a bump that is so big that you can't even explain how to get rid of it. And it is very, very irritating. You're going to have visible blood vessels, which I have those. I have those on my eyelids up here because it's in my eyes, and then I have it under my eyes. And then on my nose, on the very inner part, I have visible blood vessels. And it's not something that, okay, let me explain something to you. When you have rosacea, you're very self-conscious about it. You want to cover it. You want to wear makeup. You want to hide it. And a lot of times you're not able to hide it because you can only cover it with makeup for maybe 2 hours, and then it literally breaks through the makeup. Like, there is no makeup that lasts all day that I've found that will cover it. So you're constantly having to go, if you're at work and you have to put more makeup on, you're constantly having to go in the bathroom and apply on top more makeup, more makeup, more makeup, and you're just piling it on there. And then when you get home and you wash it off your face, you can literally tell that you washed it off of your face, layers of makeup, because it takes you 2 or 3 washes to wash all of it off your face. This is not something that you play around with when you have rosacea. See, I didn't realize this. I thought rosacea was just a form of acne. I thought it was nothing to worry about, but it is something to worry about. It is something to be very careful about because certain foods, certain environmental temperatures, certain house temperatures, certain water temperatures can cause it to flare up. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I started doing research when my husband and I got together. I was like, okay, this is weird. I'm starting to get this, and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Is their triggers? So that's where I found the website rosacea.org, because they have in-depth information on there about how you can find out if you've got rosacea, how you can treat it. I'm not about to have a needle inserted in my face. No, 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 no. I hate needles, and I'm sure you're probably looking at the screen like laughing because I'm saying this, but I do. I hate needles. The reason I say I hate needles is because one of the treatments for rosacea is Botox. Botox. Why would anybody want that in their skin? I've heard what Botox is. I don't even want to try it. I don't care if it costs $10 for a shot. I'm still not getting it. I would rather live every day with rosacea than have someone inject Botox in my face and then have to live every day like this. Because that's what would happen. Because I would literally have to go every 2 weeks and get a shot to control it. And how do we know it's not making it worse? Okay, and I've already told you about the eye irritation. The secondary signs and symptoms of rosacea are burning and stinging, swelling, and dryness. And I've already told you about the burning and the stinging, because whenever it starts and you start itching, it starts burning, it starts tingling, it can break open, it can bleed. It can be really, really, really bad. Now, I'm sorry if there's some of you that are watching this like, why is she telling me this? Watch till the end. I promise you will want to watch to the end, and I will explain at the end why I'm telling this, because I'm just trying to be prepared. I've already prepared my husband. I've already told him what could come. So I'm just trying to prepare y'all. Because if a point comes to where this happens and I literally have to completely change my YouTube channel, I want y'all to know what's coming. So you can pray for me that it doesn't come, or if it does come, that you can pray for me that I have strength. Because this is why I'm doing this video. I want you to know what's going on. I want you to pray for me, and I want you to help give me strength, because this is going to take a lot of strength to get through. I've literally filmed this one other time, but I cried so much in it that I completely deleted it and I started over. I said, Marlene, you've got to be strong. You've got to be strong. You've got to make it through this. And I just told you what my real name is. It's Marley, but Marlene is the long version for Marley. Okay, so you got to be careful about your skincare. You got to be careful what sunscreen you use. You got to be careful what makeup you put on. You got to be careful what face wash you use. You got to be careful about perfume, hairspray. Hairspray can trigger it. Perfume can trigger it. Makeup can trigger it. It's a lot of triggers. Okay, and then lifestyle management, which basically means lifestyle and environmental factors. Now we're going to the triggers. Okay. These are the triggers that trigger rosacea. And now you're about to see why I said I've dramatically got to change my diet and I've got to change everything. So you're about to see why I said that. Foods that cause rosacea, that trigger it. Liver, yogurt, sour cream, cheese, chocolate, vanilla, soy sauce, yeast extract, vinegar, eggplant, avocado, spinach, beans, lima beans, navy beans, sweet peas, citrus fruits, tomatoes, bananas, red plums, raisins, figs, spicy, thermally hot foods, foods in high histamine, alcohol I don't drink, hot drinks, hot cider, hot chocolate, coffee, tea, stress, anxiety, cosmetics, hairspray, any substance that causes redness or stinging, saunas, hot baths, simple overheating, excessively warm environments, sun, strong winds, cold, humidity, vasodilators, topical steroids, frequent flushing, menopause, chronic cough, caffeine withdrawal syndrome, exercise, lift and load jobs. So, did you get all that? Did you understand that almost all of my favorite foods are in this list? I'm going to have to literally go from my favorite foods to eating only things that are for rosacea. You know how when you're diabetic, you have to drastically change your diet? Well, it's the same thing with rosacea, except you're not worried about sugar foods. I mean, you have to avoid sugar foods, but you're not worried, rosacea and diabetes is almost common. They almost have something in common. But with rosacea, there's a wide range of foods that you're not allowed to eat. And you have to avoid hot baths. Hot baths is one of my favorites. I love to run a hot bath and just sit and relax, but I can't do that anymore. And then it gives the percentages of the factors and the people that have rosacea. It tells how many percentage of people these triggers triggered. And sun exposure was 81%. I'm just going to read the top 5. Sun exposure was 81%, emotional stress 79%, hot weather 75%, wind 57%, and heavy exercise 56%. So, as you can see, it's a lot more than just red face. It's a lot more than just pimples all over my face. This is not something that I would wish on my worst enemy. Because, y'all, I just wish that I knew what I did wrong to get this. I never made fun of people with acne. I would never do that. But yet, I ended up with the worst form of rosacea that I've ever even heard about. Okay, so now I'm going to get into why I said I wanted you to be prepared. And please understand that if this happens, that my channel is still going to be here. It's just going to be a completely different channel. Ocular rosacea can cause red, itchy eyes and swollen eyelids. Your eyes also might look bloodshot and burn or sting. You might see little pimples in the rim of your eye or eyelid called styes. Ocular rosacea can make you easily bothered by light or make your vision blurry. Ocular rosacea can lead to a rare condition called rosacea keratitis, which can result takes a lot of strength to say this, so please understand what I'm about to tell you. Ocular rosacea can lead to a rare condition called rosacea keratitis, which can lead to blindness. There you have it, folks. I'm literally literally facing blindness. Do you know what it's like to wake up? Just imagine. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes while you're watching this video. Just close your eyes and imagine. Imagine waking up and seeing that every day for the rest of your life. That is what I'm facing. So, I've got to change my diet. No more makeup, so you're going to see my face just like this. My husband's already told me, sweetie, you're beautiful without makeup. Don't worry. It'll be okay. I just want y'all to understand what's going on. I want y'all to understand what I'm facing. I did not realize that the road that I was on when I found out that I had rosacea was going to lead to today. I have to be extremely careful because the least amount of stress, according to what I read, can cause me to go blind. So please say a prayer for me, for strength. Say a prayer for me that it doesn't happen, because this is not something I wish on my worst enemy. Having your skin break open and bleed is not something I wish on my worst enemy. The purpose of this video is for me to show you a different side of me, because like I said, I'm not going to be wearing makeup for the next 3 months. I'm going to show you the real side of rosacea. I'm going to show you what I have to eat. I'm going to show you what I have to do differently. My weight loss journey is going to change because I'm not able to exercise. Because if I exercise very heavily, then not only could I injure my back, but I could lead to stress. And I'm not trying to lead to stress. I'm trying to do everything I can to prevent going blind. So, my channel has reached a serious point to where I did this in the last video, but I'm just going to leave it in this one. I'm not going to worry about it. But my channel has reached the point to where if I go blind, I'm still going to keep my channel. My husband is going to help me. He is going to show every aspect of our life for me. And I'm still going to talk to you because he's going to have everything's going to be worked out. Just know that this is something that is really on my mind right now. Especially since yesterday I started developing where right up in here is trying to close. Like, it literally is trying to close and my vision is getting worse. So, just pray for strength for me. Pray for strength for my husband, for my family. So, like I said, it's not about red face. And I know there's going to be some trolls that come on my videos and they talk about my red face. But that's where I know my mods are going to step in, because you don't have to be in your live for your mods to delete comments. My mods are going to be able to delete comments on my videos too. So, everyone get ready. We're heading on a journey that I never thought I would show on YouTube, but I feel like God's given me the strength to do this. There's a reason for everything. And thank you everybody for standing by me. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed and I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry, but it's just, it's so hard. I mean, I know there's people that their kids are blind. I understand that. I know there's people that are blind. I understand that. I'm not, making fun of blindness or anything. I'm just saying, imagine closing your eyes. Just close your eyes like you did before. Close your eyes and imagine that's all you see when you wake up. Imagine not being able to see. Imagine not being able to see the look on your husband's face when he smiles at you. Or not being able to see your children's face. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here because I'm getting too emotional. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for understanding. And tomorrow I will dive into what I have to start eating. God bless you everyone.